Hi Floss Tube, this is Veronica with Night Stitch, and I have a Floss Tube update today. It is Thursday, May 28th, 2026, and let's see what I worked on. This first project has a thread sticking out of it, which I'm hoping is not gonna be too much of a problem to untangle. Okay, good. That was not the name of the project. This is Mini Vanity by Marta Dalig. It's on Heaven and Earth Designs. This was a new start. I have some threads parked, so I need to show you the fabric though. The fabric is Goldenrod. It's 25 count Lugana by Under the Sea Fabrics. I have some threads parked. I put a needle minder there to try to help kind of mitigate a little bit so you can see what I worked on. So this is 367 high by 240 wide. It has 88,080 stitches in it. I put in 200 stitches. So now it's at 0.23% and it has 87,880 stitches left. This one is Courage. This is a pattern designed by me. I put it on my Etsy shop. It's Patriotic Stitcher is my shop name. I'm using Cafe Misto by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. I worked on this. I guess I worked on the other one for British Baking Show. This one is also British Baking Show. Okay, so it's 47 high by 104 wide. I put in 213 stitches because I went over the stitch count because I was trying to finish this E, which I did. So now it has 2,783 stitches in it. It's at 56.94%, which I don't think is accurate because it's almost done. So I may need to go and look in my, since I designed the pattern, it tells me how many stitches, but I think I like counted it or something and didn't look at what the computer gave me, so the stitch count is weird. But that's really only my concern. Nobody else cares, I know. So that one did not get done. Well, I had a feeling it was really close, so it might have. Anyway, this one is Baking Show. This is House Targaryen. I'm using Amazing Grace by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. I worked up here. I added part of the A here and I finished the line across the black line. So this is 298 high by 152 wide. I put in 90 stitches, which was the assigned stitch count. So it has 21,040 stitches in it right now. At least from when I calculated it. Because I didn't start calculating stuff when I started working on this, as I worked on this a long time ago, so. And I only really started tracking things in 2024, but started that way before 2024. other one is baking show as well, but this is my Englishman Gnome by Cubebroidery on Etsy. I'm using Sunkissed Apricot. It is by Fiberlicious. It is 32 count Lugana. And I worked more on the phone booth. This is 106 high by 97 wide. I'll put in 120 stitches, so now it has 2,489 stitches in it. And I also put this one in the baking show, but if it gets kicked out of the baking show, I'm still gonna work on it because it's for the knit along. Alright, this is Monopoly. This is Medieval Sampler. This is charted by me, but designed by Rona Nori. I'm using Aloe from the Other Side by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. Batman drew a card, and so the card had 150 something on it, so I put 150 stitches assigned to this. So this is 140 high by 100 wide. It has 4,177 stitches in it. I filled in more of the purple, and then I added some of the gold in here. I used DMC Diamond Gold. I put in 152 stitches because I wanted to, I don't know, I have a thread hanging. I must have had some reason that I did 152, but whatever. So now it has 1,105 stitches in it. It's at 26.45% done, and it has 3,072 stitches left. This one is Mylestonn Manor. This is Captain America Holding the Flag by Vicky Sialp on Etsy. I finished the stitches for this one, so we get to do some Mylestonn hit point stuff today. This is done on Thundercloud by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I worked on filling in his hair on this side and then coming down his forehead. This is 326 high by 250 wide. It has 81,500 stitches in it. This past week I put in 320 stitches, which made me get to my 920 for the dice roll for this. So this is done. So I have 3,341 stitches in it right now. It's at 4.10%. It has 78,159 stitches in it. Or 78,159 left to do. So Mylestonn dice roll was 920. I completed that. So now the milestone was 10%, which was 8,150 stitches that I need. I have 3,341, so I need 4,809, so the whip has defeated me. This one is Chicago. This is a baking show project. This is a kit by Paul Vitrulia. I'm using Willow Ash by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I just kept going this way this time. So I added some green all the way across here too, down here. So this is 104 high by 89 wide. I put in 140 stitches, so now it has 2,634 stitches in it. This is Baking Show. This is Visit London. This is a kit by WIPGO. I'm using Rose Taupe by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. This one fits on half of this, so I was just not feeling like cutting it down when I measured it out, so I just left it like that. So this is 100 high by 140 wide. It has 14,000 stitches in it total. I put in 161 stitches. The assigned stitch count was 160, but I went over because I wasn't paying attention, I suppose. And now it has 4,298 stitches in it. It's at 30.70%, and it has 9,702 stitches left. And I worked this way down here too. Alright, this one is Monopoly. This is this kite down here. And it's out of this magazine, Cross Stitch Crazy. This was a project, well, let's see. Buzz had to pay 50 stitches when he bought a card, or he drew a card, so this got assigned 50 stitches, and I decided that I wanted to fill in the string I had hanging, and then I wanted to do a little bit of the blue, so I did that. So I went way beyond the 50 stitches. So this is 78 high by 31 wide. I put in 110 stitches, and it now has 467 stitches in it. Alright, this is Baking Show. This is Portrait of Veronica by Mirabilia. I'm using 32 count Lugano by Picture This Plus. The color's Monster Mash. This was assigned 120 stitches, but I went a little bit over because I wasn't paying attention. So it has 100. So I decided to do the outline. So that's like the bow on her dress, and I went up. So I think it's working better. I feel like I actually got progress on it. So I'm gonna keep doing that. So this is 254 high by 203 wide. I put in 133 stitches because I went over because I was busy, I guess, not paying attention. So this has 2,943 stitches in it now. And I like how it's turning out with the new style that I'm doing. This is WIPGO. This is In the Moment by Daphne Bissonette. It's a dimensions kit, but I'm using all my own stuff. So I'm using Daydream fabric by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Lugana. One of my 28 counts. So I worked up in here again with the blue, and I filled in the E. Started working on the V. So this is 224 high by 112 wide. I put in 122 stitches last week, so now it has 2,845 stitches in it. For WIPGO, I have 502 stitches done, so I have 498 left to get to 1,000. And I realized May is almost over, so I should probably do that. This is WIPGO. Okay, this is Fall Sweet Fall by the Calico Confectionery. I'm using Elpis by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. I worked on the grass a little more. I filled in the pumpkins, and I started on the cat. This is 75 high by 86 wide. I put in 300 stitches last week, so now it has 1,685 stitches in it. I have done 866 stitches for the WIPGO goal, so I need 134 to finish this one for WIPGO. This one is Mylestonn. This is Rosie the Riveter by Mystic Stitch. I'm using Sea Flame by Fiberlicious. It's 36 count Edinburgh. And this one is still going because the dice roll was very high. I worked more on her wrist and I filled in and I started going down. I'm gonna start her forearm pretty soon down here. So this is 266 high by 200 wide. It has 53,200 stitches in it. I put in 222 stitches last week, so now it has 5,700 stitches in it. It's at 10.71% and it has 47,500 stitches left. The WIPGO goal, I need 383 stitches to get to the 2,160 mark. That was the dice roll. So almost there. Alright, this is stitching sampler, but I need to get the magazine. Hang on. The World of Cross Stitching, and this pattern is called Stitcher Saying by Doreen Jones. I'm using Dreaming Blossoms by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. I worked on this little thing that says is a, and the top of the thing here is measuring tape. So I'm changing it to be pink because my measuring tape is pink, so I thought I would do that. And the pattern, I think it's blue. So, okay, so this is 138 high by 110 wide. I put in 100 stitches because I spun the wheel for a stitch count and it's at 100, so it has 3,767 stitches in it now. Alright, this last one is Monopoly. This was the jail piece. This is Doreen Jones' Christmas Advent Calendar. I'm using This Is My Jam by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. And I'm working on day 16. I got the table that the cup is sitting on filled in, and then I started the border. So this is 44 high by 25 wide. I put 100 stitches in, and it has 750 stitches in it now. Okay, that's everything I worked on, and I managed to get Monopoly done, Baking Show done, and one Mylestonn project done, and Whip of the Week done. So overall, I'd say I had a very successful week. So I'm gonna put the Monopoly clip in and the dice roll, and then we'll come back and I'll put Whip of the Week too, and then we'll come back and I'll do the boards. 10. So Captain America is still in jail. Obi-Wan got sick, so he's not getting out. However, Obi-Wan has a get out of jail free card that I made a note of when he got it. So because it's his third time, he has to pay a fine, but he has this card, so he's going to use that to go and get out of jail. Buzz got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, jump to hyperspace, pay the owner twice the rent. Okay. That would be Imperial Star Destroyer. Batman got 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was very close. He almost went to jail again. Got 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He landed on Coruscant Jedi Temple. Okay, that's Monopoly for the week, so we're gonna do the dice roll next. Okay, I finished Captain America's Stitches, so I have a new Mylestonn project, so we're gonna do a dice roll. Okay, my board is a little bit full today. So I'm gonna fill it in with the camera facing down. That way I don't mess up the other stuff I've written. So the D20 rolled an 8. D12 rolled a 6. And the D10 rolled 20. So those are the Mylestonn numbers. We're gonna shake for whip of the week. This is the new start I threw in there. Dr. House MD. And I'm gonna show you this. This is my vanity project, and it got kicked out of Great British Baking Show. So I'm gonna assign it now to whip of the week, so it's gonna go in the shaker. Alright, so I've got 3 different things on my board today. We have Baking Show, which is GBBS, Mylestonn, and WIPGO. So you saw the dice roll, so let's do some math here. Alright, Mylestonn dice roll is 280 this week. Okay, so let's go through the flow chart here. So I finished the stitching for Captain America. I did not get a Mylestonn, so my character is going to take a damage. So we're going to fill this in. My hit point sheet. So this one here. Alright, I'm down a hit point. So here's the thing. It asks you if your character took the last hit point. I did not. So that means I get to go to another room. So let's check out the floor plan. So the floor plan is, I was at the start, which is Avengers headquarters. I'm gonna go up here now to the entryway, which is Grand Central Station. So that is gonna be oldies but goodies. Alright, before I show you anything, I'm gonna do the WIPGO selections. If I can get my pen out of here. So we got WIPGO. Number 21 was technically called first, but it doesn't really matter. But I am gonna go ahead and fill that in first. So 21 is down here. And this is for June. So got that. And then the other number was 12. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which is in the moment. And then 21 was K is for night. Okay, that's WIPGO. I'm gonna go get something that I forgot to get and I'll come right back. So I have a stack of projects over here that I pulled because I was trying to prepare. And of course I forgot to get the Mylestonn one because I already knew which way I was gonna go because there's only one way I could go. This is oldies but goodies. This is the new Mylestonn project. This is by Mary Thompson. It's by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm using 25 count Lugana Navy. I think that's upside down. So that's the whole thing. And then that's what I have. I have the roof of the car. I have some checkerboard flooring. And then I have another car that's coming up at the top with the blue. Okay, that's Mylestonn. Now I'll show you the new WIPGO project. The In the Moment you've already seen. So this is the new one. This is K is for Night. This is by Stitchy Box. This is on Do You See What I See by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And this is a really tiny project. So I have it on half of this. And that's what I have. This will get 1,000 stitches. Not sure if that'll finish it, but if it does, huzzah. If it doesn't, that's also fine. Alright, so you saw Whip of the Week clip, and it is a new start. So this is Dr. House by Natalie Needlework. And I pulled some fabric for it. This is Velvet Valentines by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I'm gonna be able to fit it on half of this. But this is a fat quarter. And I've marked the middle, and so I'm gonna be able to use a fat eighth. Alright, Monopoly stuff. This one is Buzz's project. He landed on some property. Yeah, he landed on Captain America's property. Oh, I need the magazine, hang on. Alright, this is the Just Cross Stitch Christmas. It's this pattern here. It's Christmas morning. It's on I Lilac You a Lot by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And Buzz is also gonna be collecting rent from Batman and collect rent from Batman twice. Okay, that's what it was. He's paying rent to Captain America and getting rent from Batman. So that's that. Right, this one is this magazine, just the World of Cross Stitching. This here, this dress and purse thing. I'm using Midnight Splendor by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. And Obi-Wan got out of jail, so he's on Just Visiting. So this is the pattern. It's really cute. This one is Cupcake Sampler, which is out of this Cross Stitch Crazy. It's this one, I'm making it into one pattern. It's all the, I'm starting with this one. My magazine cover fell on the floor because my magazines are falling apart. This is done on DMOS. It's 32 count Lugana. And that's what I have. Okay, this one is Driving Sampler. This is by Cheryl McKinnon. I charted all the little things into one using Lavender Mist by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I have this Batman is paying rent to Buzz twice. Next I have Baking Show. 4 of them you've already seen because they were last week's whips. The only one that you have not seen is Yan's. So this is Gryffindor Crest. This is by Little Mojo. I'm using Storm Chaser by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. This is going to get 320 stitches. Alright, so let's check out the board for a little bit. Sophie has House Targaryen. It'll get 90 stitches. James has Portrait of Veronica. That'll get 120 stitches. Chris has the Englishman Gnome, which will get 240 stitches. And Stephen has Visit London, which will get 80 stitches. So that is the whip lineup that I have this week. I think that is all. Yeah, so thanks everybody for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.